This nigga got the same Under Armour shirt on since he had it 2006. I see that. It's right there. Yeah. Like commercial. Yeah. I smell the money coming.
Hi you guys, I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video about some Real Housewives of Atlanta tea that I've been watching go down for about a week now but haven't said anything about it. On tonight's episode we saw Porsha and her love interest Todd, who she says she's not together with. She says that's not her boyfriend, and even when she showed him on her Instagram she said that's her best friend, that's not her boyfriend. But even though that's not her man, she did tell him that she wanted to have a child with him, which I found very interesting. I'm gonna be honest, I don't quite understand why people volunteer to be single parents. Like, I don't understand why anyone would want and design their life to be a single mother, because it's such hard work. Being a mother, period, is such hard work, and I imagine doing it on your own is twice as hard. So I don't quite understand that. But I think, you know, as women, society teaches us to grow up, want to get married, and want to have kids. And I think women in Porsha's situation who have been married and have been disappointed in marriage, I think she thinks that, you know, she'll still find happiness in having kids. But I feel like people don't necessarily bring you happiness any more than, you know, material things bring you happiness. Like your family, of course you're happy with your family, but at the same time I don't think having a child will automatically make you a happy person. I think happiness is something you learn, like you learn to be happy in your situation. And as far as Porsha, if she's single right now, I think she should learn to be happy as a single woman. Even if her little sister is getting married and having children and doing whatever, I don't think she should compare herself to her sister or any other woman and try to have kids just because she thinks it'll make her happy, because 9 times out of 10 she still won't be happy. But anyway, on to her love interest. I'm just gonna call him a love interest since that's not her boyfriend, that's just her best friend. I think one of the reasons, first of all, let me say I'm glad he outright told her no, that he couldn't do that, because I feel like a lot of men would have taken advantage of the situation of someone saying that they want them to be the father of their child, and I feel like a lot of men would have used the woman. So I do commend him for that. But secondly, they're saying the reason he doesn't want to have kids with Porsha is because he's not a good father to his own kids. Now this is all alleged, but it is coming from the mouth of his kids, who are reaching out to the blogs, like they've reached out to Famous. And I'm going to put some clips in here of what his kids have to say about him as a father. I'm just going to read this to you because I know some of you guys just listen and don't actually look at the screen. But the person says, I have info if needed on Porsha and Todd. I'm his son. And then Fame says, oh yeah, Porsha and Todd? And he says, just Todd. And she says, what's the info? Are you staying anonymous? And he says, no. She says, you want him to know? And he says, well, my name is, and I have a brother named Todd Stewart is my dad, but we don't talk anymore. And she says, so what's the story? And he says he basically abandoned us after the court allowed us to live with our mother. He was an abusive father and sometimes nice. He wasn't around a lot. Then Fame says, send me a pic with you and him. Do you have one? And then he sends back a pic of his Instagram. Then Fame says him, and he says, yep, that's him. And she says, sorry to hear that. And then he sends another picture with him, his brother, and Todd. And Fame says, does Porsha know? And he says, she blocked my brother from her Instagram because he said some things. I don't know if she knows. I haven't talked to him in 2 years. Wow. And then Fame says, what your brother say? And he says, I don't know, but she blocked him. Then he says, I don't really know how this works, but if you have any questions, I have plenty answers. And she says, okay, so do you want us to post? And he says, yes, of course.
This nigga got the same Under Armour shirt on since he had it 2006. I see that. It's right there. Yeah. Like commercial. Yeah. I smell the money coming.
So I don't know what happened with this man and his kids, but it sounds like they're definitely hurt. But even though, you know, kids sometimes, even though they become teenagers and they're young adults, I still don't think it's too late to repair the relationship. Like, I think he should still try to repair the relationship with his kids. And I think, you know, Riley's dad should still try to repair the relationship with Riley, because being 14 doesn't mean much. In my opinion, 14 is not like 24. At 14, you can still repair the relationship, even though it'll be difficult. As far as Porsha, I don't think she should settle. It sounds like she's settling for a child instead of a family, when a family is what she really wants. So I don't think she should settle. I think she should let this man deal with the issues with his children. And I think one day the man that's for her will come along, if it's meant for her to be married and have a family.